Hi, I'm Don Jacobson. I'm a City of Las Vegas. I'm an IT business partner. We're quite excited in the City of Las Vegas in that about 18 months ago, our City Council designated our downtown area as an innovation district where we can take and make that a proving ground, a demo area, a test bed, if you will, for all sorts of smart cities technologies. From the Internet of Things, we have multiple sensors that are set up there for environmental sensing, for example. We have the autonomous and connected vehicle technologies that we're testing out there, and that we have a connected corridor that if you go out to our innovate.vegas website, you will see, and by the way, .vegas is a top-level domain, so it is www.innovate.vegas. You will see an interactive map of this innovation district, which shows you the connected corridors, which shows you the locations of the sensors that we're putting in, that gives you some details on news, events, and activities that are going on in the larger innovation space. And our hashtag is InnovateVegas. So if you're interested, go onto Twitter, Facebook, any of the social media channels, look under hashtag InnovateVegas and learn more.
So what are you doing with autonomous transportation and the Amazon Echo?
Okay, what's exciting about the autonomous transportation is we had a shuttle with Navia, the French firm, the builder of the shuttle, and Keolis, their partner in the City of Las Vegas, working obviously with our infrastructure to talk to the vehicle. We had on our East Fremont Street entertainment district, the shuttle basically going back and forth. And so that was our initial pilot, but what was special about that was the first one on a public street. So now our next one in August, we're going to take it a little bit further. We're going to have it go in a square, basically a loop with the same vehicle, talking to our traffic signals, for example, to know when to stop and when to go. What we're doing with Alexa is some exciting things. We have a half dozen skills out there right now, basically information about the government, the services we provide like parks and recreation, cultural, restaurant grades, and so forth. But we're doing some exciting stuff in that we're taking data, for example, from NV Energy, the utility provider for the valley, which provides the energy for our street lights, and we're using that to determine if street lights are out, and then basically just asking Alexa, do I have a street light out? Well, when you're talking 52,000 street lights in the city, and you can ask Amazon Alexa, do I have any street lights out? And she can tell you, yes, you have them at 6 intersections. But if it's a larger outage, due to a power outage, for example, or maybe some copper wire theft, Alexa returns with the answer, yes, would you like me to email you a report?
Wow, pretty innovative. Well, thanks for telling me all about it.
All right, thank you.
Thanks for letting me crash your booth for a little bit.
Oh,
so tell me
yeah.
a little bit about what you're doing here, and you had a presentation yesterday. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, AppCityLife was actually selected as one of the 6 presenters for the Innovation Challenge for Infrastructure. And it may seem rather odd to have a platform as a service that is focused on data as part of infrastructure, but the truth is that's where it needs to start. And so we felt like it was a real honor that we got to speak on that panel. And the thing that the judges said made them decide that we should be part of that is the fact that we are platform agnostic and that we are integrating artificial intelligence, chatbots, normalizing data, and native mobile apps that can have more enhancements for ADA compliance, but not just visually impaired, but also can now bring in natural language so that you can have people who are illiterate or not first language speakers be able to use technology that before they couldn't use. So it expands the breadth of reach for a city that allows more people to use the technology that they're deploying.
Awesome.
Yes.
So how's the event been for you and for AppCityLife?
It's been great. It really is. It's one of the things about being in smart cities, and I notice every year there's more people. When we started coming to smart city conferences 4 years ago, it was a small little group of 30 or 40 companies, and we would talk about the future. And in 4 years' time, we're not talking about the future anymore. We're talking about how fast things are changing and how to keep up. And the amount of new companies and new cities and new government agencies that are now looking at how to deploy or get started in this is incredibly exciting.
That's great. Well, thanks for letting me come over.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Mike Rupert, Communications Director with the Office of the Chief Technology Officer from Washington, D.C. So we're here to highlight two big projects that we just wrapped up. The first one is called PA 2040, which is a 9-square block project that we have installed gigabit Wi-Fi, which is ubiquitous throughout the whole area. The area is very busy from about 9 till about 4, and then pretty empty after that. So we wanted to kind of activate the area, provide that Wi-Fi to activate parks, to activate, to get people moving and walking instead of just either hiding in their cars waiting to get out or hiding in their offices. We also installed 76 intelligent streetlights as a pilot, which allows, we actually can configure those to be motion censored, so they are 30% lit until someone comes within 100 yards of it. It also allows us to control them remotely for special events, or in the event of an evacuation, God forbid something happens, we're able to turn them on 100% or blink them to point people towards the right direction. So that was a really exciting pilot, which then has led to an RFP to actually go and start doing this throughout the entire city of Washington, D.C. We also put in, again, the Wi-Fi APIs, which are connected. DC is very unique. We have our own municipal infrastructure. We have 790 miles of fiber that we own and operate, and that connects 760 buildings, government buildings, non-government organizations, all with pretty much the highest Wi-Fi broadband available. The second piece is actually even more exciting, which you can actually see on the screen. We actually installed 400 smart trash cans, and obviously people would think if the trash can's full, you go and empty it, it triggers someone to drive a truck out. It actually doesn't do that at all. We're trying to do three things. One, these sensors can actually can detect scurrying, so if there's a rodent problem, we're able to very clearly target where that is. And again, the obvious reaction is go and bait for the rats, when in reality, it triggers a workflow that then says, those restaurants nearby, if there's so many rats, probably aren't taking care of their trash in the right way or emptying it frequently enough. So that will help cut down the rodent population, help us enforce stuff with restaurants. The second piece is, if you can see here, this is, what time is it? It is 3:35 on a Tuesday. These cans that are red are already full. So every day, depending upon seasonal issues, daytime issues, we're able to go through and figure out where are those trash cans, where should they be deployed at any given day. Obviously, this is Connecticut Avenue in DC, which is one of the major thoroughfares. It's actually home of the National Zoo. So on Saturday and Sunday, those trash cans are going to be full. We're able to see which ones and how far that goes to where people are parking, dumping their trash from their coolers or their popcorn bags from the zoo, and redeploy them. And then the other part is we're able to take all the data that we're getting in real time, all this, over the course of a year, match that up with traffic data to know if these trash cans are being emptied from 7:30 to 9:30, and then traffic congestion increases by 40% during those exact hours. Maybe we start the routes a half hour earlier, maybe we start the routes an hour later, which can cut down on congestion, cut down on wasted time, and pretty much make the city operate a little bit smoother. So we just finished installing these in May. We're going to do this pilot for a year and then assess whether that's something we want to do across the entire city. So we're really excited about it.
Awesome. And where can people find out more about it?
If you can go to you can go to smarter.dc.gov or dc.gov and search Smarter DC and find out all the different projects. These are just two of dozens of projects that we're doing in the city.
Great. Thanks, Mike.